What's up? How you doing? Welcome back to my channel. For those who are new here, I am Goddess J, intuitive energy healer and reader, all around sparkle in the Most High's eye. If you would like to check out any of my services, feel free to check out the description box below. I'm coming through with some messages to see what do you need to know for whenever you see in this video. Okay, so like this deck is huge, so we're gonna split this in half. Okay, and we're gonna take a couple from each pile. Okay. All right, thank you. This beautiful sun. Need to know. All right, so we got two coming out. All right, we got hammock coming out first. Hammock and ink pot coming out together. The hammock says taking a vacation physically or mentally, and then the ink pot says problems to be resolved. So right now you may have some issues or some problems that you're working through and towards, and as crazy as it may sound, like the solution may be to kind of just take a step back or take a break from the problem itself at hand and allow yourself, it kind of like, yeah, it's like, it's looking like energetically it looks like this. So sometimes when we're working towards problems or we're trying to figure out and solve things, the best thing we can do for ourselves as well as that problem is to kind of take a step back, allow your brain to rest, allow your energy, your essence, as well as your being to kind of like, rest and then get back to it. Yeah, it's because it's giving the same energy of when I used to do, when I used to like work as a software developer. I would always try to figure out a problem and my brain will just like churn over and over and over again to try to figure out how to solve the problem, but it would always come after it would always, hold on, okay, I'm trying to explain this right. So it'll be a problem that I'm trying to solve, but I would use so much brain power, just so much energy, just trying to figure out how to solve the problem. And then I would go to bed and then literally I would wake up the next day with a solution. So that's the same energy it's given. It's like if you're trying really hard to solve a problem or come to a solution, if you're trying to solve a problem or come to a solution, the best thing would be to kind of take a step back, and take a step back from the situation or the problem itself at hand, and then refresh yourself and then get back to it. Okay, but like that's what it's given, because I'm telling you, those problems were pains in 45 of my asses. Okay, but it always seemed simpler the next day. And that's why I tell you all the time, like sometimes when we have all of these lists and all of these things that we need to do, the best thing would be to take a nap. That shit's going to be there. And sometimes when we refresh ourselves and revitalize ourselves, like it gives us the extra push we need, or the extra space or the extra clarity that we need to actually look at the problem from a different perspective. Okay, all right, let's take one more out of this deck and then we're gonna pull from the other one. Okay, okay, look, Will, we got Will coming out. Indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly, which kind of goes along with that. Like sometimes we're trying to make decisions. Like sometimes we find ourselves at a crossroads of trying to make decisions, and like sometimes if we keep going back and forward, indecision will be the answer. Like when you are not allowing yourself to choose to go this way or that way when it comes to a problem, person, place, thing, or situation, sometimes like the choice for us to even do this or that like becomes removed, and it's just gonna have us like either in a state of limbo, which keeps us stuck in a cycle like the wheel, which keeps us going round and round in a cycle like the wheel, or it allows us to just kind of like waste our energy, waste the time that it is that we could be using to like just make a decision. Sometimes the easiest thing for us to do in those cases is to make a decision, because it's not about like whether you picking the right choice or the wrong choice. Sometimes the fact that you pick a choice is the most like beneficial thing that you can do for yourself to move yourself out of these situations. Okay, all right, let's see what else they got for you. Okay, we got Owl coming out. Owl speaks to your intuition. It speaks to wisdom. From gain wisdom is knowledge. From gain. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Come forward. Okay. All right. So you may be getting random messages. Okay. Number one, from spirit, from the divine. The owl speaks towards intuition, but I'm also getting unknown. So it's like you're trying to get some information about a situation that isn't really clear, or some clarity about a situation that isn't really clear, but the thing to do would be to trust your intuition. But it's also understanding that, like, by you, the knowledge from the knowledge and the things that you learn from the lessons are what is going to help you change and transform that knowledge into a space and a state of wisdom, because wisdom comes from knowledge and gained like wisdom comes from knowledge as well as experience. So it's like those two marrying together to allow you to be able to show up in the way that you need to choose the best choices, options, or do whatever it is that you need to. But it's also allowing yourself to trust your intuition and like listening to the divine when it comes to, you know, things that it, like when it comes to the things that you're trying to make the best decisions on. Okay. But also this, again, like just like it says on this card, this owl could be good advice from a wise person. Okay. So make sure you're not judging the book by its character, because sometimes the wisest one looks like the fool. Okay. I don't know, like, baby, I'm giving you what I'm getting. It does. All right, so we got heels coming out, what obstacles to overcome. Please always remember that sometimes, like, what looks like a heel to us can be a molehill in a different perspective. But it's like, understand that with the sun coming up, like there's with the sun coming up behind here, it's like, even though you have these obstacles to overcome, just like the sun rises every day, without like us telling it to rise every day, you'll be able to overcome these obstacles, just like you've overcome everything that you have come across thus far. Okay. I don't know why these words are so hard to fucking get out. All right, but it's also looking like, it's also giving the energy of, there are different ways that you can conquer these mountains or conquer these problems. Okay, look. And I, like, it's funny because, like, I put the heels right up under the ink pot with the problems to be resolved and the obstacles to overcome. So it's like there is a, we're gonna go back to that, but it's given, like, there are different ways to skin a moose. I don't know why they give me all kind of weird shit all the time, but whatever. But yeah, it's just giving, like don't make hills and mountains out of your molehills, because that's most times the things that keep us from even able to see and overcome our obstacles is that we kind of exacerbate them and make them bigger than what they are, instead of realizing and understanding you don't have to tackle the whole fucking obstacle at once, like all at one time. Sometimes with it, like your big problems, you can break them down into smaller, maintainable and attainable steps and solutions, and then do it that way. Like, you don't always have to go head on to the whole fucking thing. Like, if it seems too big for you, you can get help, you can ask for help, you can phone a friend, but you can also break that shit down, because you have the capacity to do that. Okay. Just like, I'm pretty sure that it grew into a hill from fucking like a molehill. Like, you can break that bitch back down to a little bit of molehills, okay? A little bitty patches of dirt that build up to that motherfucking hill, okay? All right, so let's see what else they got for you. Okay, and then we got grapes. To me, grapes speak to abundance. Please understand that abundance can come in different forms, shapes, capacities. It can come as an abundance of peace, love, joy, money, friendships, good times, like space, quiet. Like, it all really depends on what it is that you're working towards. Okay, all right. But yeah, so that's what we got coming out here. Let's see if there's anything I want to. But yeah, definitely, if you find yourself in a space of indecision or trying to overcome some obstacles, make sure you're allowing yourself to connect to your intuition, trust your inner guidance, trust that you, number one, can overcome and conquer anything. But with this taking a vacation and going out and have fun, like a simple solution may just be to kind of take a break and replenish yourself and remember your why. Why are you trying to overcome this thing? Or why are you even like why is this problem or this thing so important to overcome? Okay. But it's also, let's see what else I'm getting. All right, this I'm hearing a wise owl. Okay, Mr. Owl. That's so funny. I'm hearing a wise owl here. It's just like remember, as you are, like, some ways of how to solve your problems may seem unknown right now, but just like understand that it'll be shown in due time, okay? Because the owl can see at nighttime, so it can see through the darkness, but it's also given your intuition will be able to guide you through the darkness and through the unknown times, as well as like through the unknown ways of how you can like break down and solve the problems at hand, okay? All right. So that's what I'm getting for you for the what do you need to know whenever you see in this video. Yeah. And if you would like to book a personal service, you can do so through the links in my description box below. Until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, stay blessed. I love you and I'm out. Okay? Okay.